Alrighty, what is up? AAL, wow, steep rejection right there. This is going to be a delayed move here, unfortunately, given current rhetoric in the kind of around travel and broader media here. Now you can hear me better. Now you can hear me. I believe. I just had my volume down. But yeah, AAL looks pretty bad shape here. Should revert back down here to 18. I actually like this one for some puts here after this hard rejection at the blue line. So instead of getting this green, call it move up, you're gonna get the green move, the red move down, which should actually put it down kind of in this level here, call it mid 18s. So I may look to buy some puts here. Post this one in the chat real quick. But yeah, that was a sharp rejection there. Nice gap down today. Or not gap down, but continuation of a move down. So that's AAL there. And you guys can throw in whatever tickers you want me to look at, and happy to do that. Feeling great, Gregory. Little hangover. Never killed anyone. Apple actually broke down here off of the support. It's holding. So here's the support line. It's exactly where it held. Just turn this to green. And has decent horizontal support there at 140. Not sure at this point if we're gonna get the breakout up into the 155 range. Gonna need to turn higher here, very short order. You can see resistance here, pressured, so needs to turn next week. I'm gonna create an alert here for myself so I can see what happens, and then create another alert on the support in case we get a support breakdown here, because then it will be good on the put side. So neutral position here. Apple, need to see what it does. Let's see what it did on the hourly. Yeah, so it's getting rejected up here. So likely that this actually reverses down into support. BABA, China's just bad still. I still wouldn't touch it. Yeah, look, struggle to break through. It's probably I truly believe that BABA needs to come all the way down here to this max pain level, 170, before we get a true reversal. Do keep in mind that if the broader market pulls back here, this level of pain can actually be extended down here. So that max pain level is actually likely there in the mid 125s, unfortunately. So that would not be great, but it's just geopolitical issues continue to negatively impact this pretty bad here. You can see it's under a lot of resistance here on the weekly. Not feeling too good about where this proves to head here. Let's see, that was kind of a just probably an RSI reversal there. But yeah, not looking great on any technical measure here. So this came down all the way to the support I was talking about yesterday. I think you come down. Let's see what it does in the hour. So it's just hanging out there. I'm gonna probably set an alert here, call it at 3275. If it breaks down there, it's going to sub 3,000. Call it the 28 to the 2,700 mark here. You got on the weekly the resistance peak here, call it at that 3,800 mark. So it peaked out here. You can see equal measure between A, B, C. Here, now it's breaking down. One candle bringing it pretty much through to the bottom of the channel here. Not a good sign. So you're likely just going to see this reversal here, or breakdown here all the way down, short order. And then we'll potentially get a bounce there. 3,000 puts may be interesting. They're probably pretty expensive though. So just need to see what happens with the broader market here in heading into next week. I do not feel good about where we stand though. You can see the three lines I have highlighted here, here, here. There is room, call it 500 points up to a full measure peak. So it's possible that we get a reversal breakout here. There is a little bit of horizontal support here at this 14,600 mark. So that is a potential area that it could turn here. You can also see right here, it is holding that support. So let's just keep our eyes on kind of this level here, 14,800. If that can hold, then, which it did, then it's possible that we actually get up into this corner. Do need to be careful though, as a lot of these major inputs are seeing pressure through the end of earnings season here. So just it's on do or die line right here. I guess you do have more room down here to 14,500, and then beyond that it's max trouble there. If it goes beyond 14.5, then you're looking at 13.8, and then below that it gets real ugly. So you have, this is the, call it the 8% drawdown to the bottom. So let's see actually what it is. So that's a 7% drawdown to the bottom of that channel. Potential that it goes minus 15%. Decent support here at this 13,000 mark. 21% would be prior resistance before COVID. Usually it ends up tagging that. So I believe Russell actually shows the same thing on his fractal, that this is a high or a decent probability of occurring. And then kind of the move to the 50% line between these three lines would be 11,000. I mean, that would be a 30% drawdown almost, which is possible, but we'll just need to see what happens, call it next week, to determine if market is going to break higher here or just drop down. Plug power, yeah, just use caution here. Can see it did not hold the support, broke it, and then went up and tagged this resistance at 34. So now you're under secondary resistance here, and it's struggling a bit there. Let's see if I actually so just got to be careful here. There is pressure, it's struggling, couldn't break out, so I would say this is likely going to default down into this $18 level, where there's pretty decent support here. So I would use caution here short term, unplug the whole sector. This is a little bit different, but they're all seeing significant rejection. Actually may short get some puts on some of these given this rejection area. This actually is pretty interesting that it's having so much trouble getting through that box there. And so tan should go sub 80 here. So let me just look at these solar stocks real quick. Enphase, yeah, same thing here. Enphase, Solar Edge, yeah. Alrighty, this looks like this whole space is gonna come tumbling here. Run. That one looks to be rejected as well, right there. So yeah, I'll look at the option chains here, but these look pretty bad. And this is just a result of the run up here in all of these. They went parabolic through COVID, quadrupling essentially. So now you just have pressure above. So I will post the ideas there on solar once we look at the option chains. ExxonMobil, you can do this on the monthly because you have so much historical price data here. So this came down into that support level, 54. It held it. But it did break this long-term trend line, a little concerning. As long as it holds 54, I would say this 71 range is intact. If I look at what happened over here, you can see it just kind of traded sideways. Expect that to happen over here. So it's likely going to kind of gyrate in between support resistance in the channel for a few months here. It's almost identical. Let's see. broke support and then kind of traded sideways for several months. So let me just color code it and make it easy. But yeah, this just needs to hold that bottom support, call it 53, 54. Beyond that, then you're in trouble, and then I would recommend puts. You can see this is just less, smaller scale here, but essentially kind of the same breakout. So I'll just post this in the chat. That is ExxonMobil. We will go to BTC. Yeah, let's see what's going on in this world here. Okay, so it got reached 41. So I should have had an alert here. Dumb me to not have that. To me, it looks like this is likely coming back down here. I still think it needs to hit this support line, but you never know with BTC. I don't know. It just, I don't know. That's kind of a reset on the trajectory, and then it will enable it to actually just do this all over again, much larger scale, bringing this to actually 100,000 there. So I want to say that this low 20s is likely still in play here. On GBTC, if you look at the long-term pattern here, let's look at this on, so these lines are going to get moved up when I do this, but going to look at this on the monthly in terms of log. So that is the long-term support there. That would be 22. And then there is this inner support here. And that would be 25. Yeah, so even on log, this looks like it's in trouble here. So I would say, go back to the normal view. You really just got to watch. So that's where it got rejected. There is strong resistance right here. So just need to see it push. If it can push up past, call it 41.5, then we're going to get a massive move here. So I should probably have an alert there for a breakout trade. If it gets above that, then you're looking at potential move back up here to 60,000, which is definitely possible. Just unknown with what this is going to do, but you have everything kind of laid out already on this chart. I'll just pull up GBTC and MSTR, but yeah, you can see same rejection there. These are going to follow BTC, so it really doesn't even matter what these show here. You can see this is kind of a triple top here. They all reached the same resistance point and kind of sold off. So MSTR broke through primary, went up, had secondary, broke through that, and then gapped up with the overnight move in BTC, but now stuck here. So this looks like there's risk back down into this support here, 493. I actually may look to get some puts here. I forget how the option chain is on MSTR. But that actually looks really interesting if we can get that 475 puts, call it by September expiration. You're probably going to be paying a lot. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. All right. Probably not gonna even entertain that then. Moderna. So I called the peak here on Moderna. And it's, I mean, nice reversal off of this support line here, which held. So 360 was kind of my peak here. Not sure what this does, but I do think it's at an extremely sensitive and kind of high pressure resistance area here. I would think that this rolls and then resets, just given how parabolic it went here. It's also possible that it just kind of pushes through that and kind of extends. And actually just makes its way up to that second level here. If this extended here, it would probably go up. Yeah, it would go up to this, call it 500 mark, and that would just be max expansion. I think there's way too much pressure here. Likely that this comes back down, comes into this support level, and then makes its way up to the 600 mark for kind of the next leg higher. So that's Moderna. I would be taking profits up here for sure. Redfin looks bad. I think I drew this the other week. Yeah, so I had this going off from that resistance, and surely enough it did. This is just another COVID inflated sector, obviously. Resi real estate, one of the greatest kind of 12-month runs we've ever seen in terms of days on market price appreciation driven by limited supply. I think more inventory is now becoming available. So I think this gets pressured again down into this support line 50-51. Zillow, same thing. Yeah, you can see they're all in the same kind of holding pattern. EXPI, same thing. Strong resistance there. Where it got pressured at 42. Now under this resistance, this one's going back to this level here, 30. I don't know what puts look like on all of these, but they do not look good. So I would add those to the list of things to consider puts on. Firm, yeah, this is not looking good here. You can see this is the secondary resistance, so it didn't even make it up there. Just got rejected right there hard. There is support here at 54, likely where it's heading. 55 to 54, there is support. So not sure if you get the breakdown. You might get a bounce here, or it could just collapse. So that's a firm for you. Was this Lucid? Yeah, another one that is under resistance. So these are the resistance zones here, drawn across. There is support right here. So I would say this is going to come down to the 21 mark, fairly positive about that. There is some slight support here at low 22s. So say this is probably where you can see a rebound in this box right here. Then so that is potential rebound kind of buy box right there. If it goes through that, then could be in trouble here. The next support would be right here at 20, and then beyond that, it's look out below. So that is the strong support line there. I would just actually create an alert here. You're either going to get a strong bounce or a strong breakdown off of this level here. It matches up perfectly with this buy box as well, which should be right there. So 21.8 to 22.22 is what you're looking for on Lucid. MGNI. I'll be posting all of AdTech. So love this one fundamentally. It's just another one. COVID winner. This went from $6 when I was first talking about MGNI to 64. So a 10x from when I alerted it. And that was just on the back of strong fundamentals. SOXL. Yeah, so that was an impressive performance here. I think I'll layer this at 30. This industry is just extremely hot here. So gonna approach this resistance here at 44, then I'd use caution. Not positive it goes up to 47. Likely that this actually pulls back here into this support line now. So I think you could see, so you're either going to get this here, or if it breaks this support here, 42s, you're coming all the way down to this support line here first, and then depending upon market severity, you are likely going to see this pull back into this 34 mark. I would say that's pretty likely here, that wherever it comes from, either all the way up here or just a continuation down here, that it's going to end up at this line. Then I would consider that a strong buy zone. You can see there's actually decent support there. Call it a mini channel here. So likely that this breaks down. This actually may be good for puts. Very, but it's levered, so gotta use caution. Okay, that's that. I actually like this a lot. See what happens. You're either going to get that breakout or complete breakdown here. TradingView, use the alerts, very, very useful. Let's see when they go off here. So that's silver getting rejected here actually at this resistance. So this is likely going to break down here. GBTC, this one I just you got the pump here up into this level here, and now you're just going to be dealing with all of this overhead selling pressure. So these are never good. You can see what happened here. It's essentially what happened over here on the left. You're just going to get it on a smaller scale. So I don't know why this is not. Oh, there we go. You're getting this again, just on smaller scale. So you're gonna get that spike up to 12 or whatever, but I think this is coming down into this kind of support area. Anywhere down here is actually interesting if you want to play a potential spike. You have to realize that there is a dollar gap here between the support areas. So just be mindful of that. That is BlackBerry. We have JMIA. I like this one long term. You can see this is likely a put here. I don't know what the puts are running on this, but that looks like a guarantee there. I really like that. So I'm gonna look at the option chain here, because that is likely coming down here to that 1775. Roblox in trouble. I posted that one in the chat within daily chart updates. It is sitting on this last kind of layer support here at the 75.81 mark. Likely, very, very likely coming down to 68 here. Kind of, and that puts it pretty much on two layers of support there. You can see just pressure here, not a lot of technical price history to go off of, so these tend to just break down faster, especially when the market tends to break down. So look for a move down here to 68, and then you could likely just see a bounce back up to, call it, the 75 range again. Let's see. If you bring this up, there is massive resistance now, or a decent amount at this 77 mark. So that's Roblox, not looking too good. Activision same shit. I think this comes down more, probably to the 75 level. This is just a COVID inflated sector. Valuations are way too high here. SPCE on this support line right there, but does not look great. So what I had up there was just showing when it reached this peak and then lower highs, completely broke down what you saw here. It completely broke the support. Let's see, it's done it. Look at how many times it's done that. And then it just gaps down every time. It's actually wild. So this one is likely just based upon market, it being speculative, etc. Looking at least for a pullback here, I would say to the 26 mark, bare minimum. That is Corsair. Put in your final ticker. It's going to wrap up soon. Here, this one looks very bad. It's another one that falls into gaming. I don't know why I don't have this on my gaming list here. I just want to draw a perfect symmetrical channel here. Okay, there's that. This one does not look good either. Through this support here. Yeah, I mean, this looks awful as well. I really like this one. On the put side, does it have good option volume? If so, this is another kind of holy grail scenario here. I'm adding alerts. I like this a lot. That spells disaster in my opinion there. That is the channel. What is this breakdown move here? 15% to 24, damn. Not bad. I like this. Thank you. All right, so JMIA, Russell just posted in the chat some options to look at. So I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna start posting all these puts in trade ideas. I've just been so goddamn busy with my actual day job, so I will start actively posting all of those within the trade ideas section. So stay tuned for those. And next week I finally lighten my workload, so I will be able to stream pretty frequently. Put in all your chart requests into the chat, and I will get to them this weekend. I'm gonna just when I'm traveling down to the beach later today, I'll take a look at all of my charts and see what setups look interesting. Like this one here is gonna break support and drop to 112 here. Pretty confident about that. CRTO peaked out. Looks like it peaked right here, let's see. Couldn't even get up there. DSP, this is a disaster. Wonder how low this one could theoretically go here. Decent channel stock though. MGNI definitely coming down to the 27 mark here. PUBM looks terrible. I'm gonna post this one. This is another put idea here. PUBM. Live ramp. It is holding this inner support, but pretty likely, as you can see, that it actually comes down to the 25 range, which would be a gift. Trade desk, I don't know if it's going to be able to push up here. It's breaking this support here. Rejected up here. So likely coming to the 70s, and then if the market truly breaks down, this tends to get smacked pretty hard. It's going to come back onto this support line, call it 60, and then this one's trash. Acuity, it's a trading stock. It's not a fundamental driven one at all, although Orpherat CML Viz had it on his list. I hear nothing about people actually using this platform. So there's the channel. If it breaks this support here, call it at 8, it's heading to 6. So actually keep your eye on that one. That's pretty much the support line there. What is that? 7, 8. This looks pretty good. Gonna post that. All right, so I will Palantir. I'll do that real quick. Palantir, you can see 21 support level here, but it's likely to drop to the low 18s. I think that's a given. You can see resistance here at that level. So think that comes down as well. $18 puts maybe at play here as well. Alrighty, follow us on Twitch. Gonna be going live a hell of a lot more now in August and September out of earnings. Just when my workload lightens up. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend here. And stay tuned, a lot of ideas. Gonna be playing puts. They've been working out pretty well. using the team to figure out best strategies, and I think we could be set up pretty nice on the short side here. So stay tuned. We'll be decently active in chat, call it Sunday, and have a good one. Don't drink too many beers. Stay safe out there.